live from Las Vegas. This is 13 Action News. Good Morning Las Vegas.
Right now on Good Morning Las Vegas, 8 people get sick from carbon monoxide poisoning. The reminders to help keep you safe this season. Showdown on a Las Vegas golf course. Tiger Woods takes on Phil Mickelson. We take you out to the putting green. Plus, 'tis the season. Santa helps Opportunity Village light up the magical forest Christmas tree. Good Morning Las Vegas. I'm Tom George.
And I'm meteorologist Gina Cancelleri. What an awesome start to the day. I know, it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous outside right now, and we will have some changes, of course. We need changes.
We need change, yeah.
We need change.
Yeah.
Change is the constant. So let's get to it, show you what's happening outside right now. I also have that shot as part of my weather little forecast for you. There it is outside right now. 46 degrees is the current temperature. The wind speed just 5 miles per hour. That is it. It will pick up as we head through the day today, and the sun officially rises around 6:24, I believe it is. All right, so here's the deal. As we move through the day today, temperatures will warm up to 66 degrees. Then a cold front moves through, drops our numbers tomorrow. 60 degrees is the high temperature for your Sunday. Then we'll get back to normal as we head through Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming work week. And eventually we'll see some really wild weather as we head into Thursday if everything sticks together. But for today, calm weather, beautiful Saturday for you. High temperature 66. Cooler for your Sunday as the cold front moves through. Then there it is on Thursday, windy with the possibility of rain in the valley, snow on the higher elevations with a high temperature of 61 on Thursday and cooling to just the upper 50s for Friday. Tom?
Sounds good. Thanks, Gina. Well, 8 people are recovering after being overcome by carbon monoxide. Fire and Rescue says they were using a barbecue grill to keep warm inside an apartment. When help arrived, everyone was passed out on the ground. Children were also involved in this case. The CDC says carbon monoxide is responsible for more than 400 deaths in the U.S. every single year. But there are some simple ways to keep yourself safe from this silent killer. Carbon monoxide detectors should be tested about once a week. The install dates should not be older than 7 to 10 years. Also, check for appliances that burn fuel. If the furnace ever malfunctions, carbon monoxide could easily spill out. A blocked chimney can also be a big problem. Well, now to a 13 Action News update. The power back on in Henderson this morning after close to 13,000 NV Energy customers spent their Thanksgiving nights in the dark. NV Energy confirms just one rodent in the substation equipment was what led up to this huge outage. Moving on now to the winner-take-all showdown on a Vegas golf course between 2 of the biggest rivals in the game. It's Tiger versus Phil. Here's ABC's Adrian Bankert on the big match.
Tiger versus Phil did not disappoint. It also didn't end on 18 holes. The sudden death match continued in the dark with Mickelson finally winning the $9 million prize. At the exclusive Shadow Creek Golf Course in Las Vegas.
I don't really think too much about the stroke. I just kind of look at the target.
First of all, he just admitted he doesn't really think much.
Yes.
I met with them before the highly anticipated showdown.
Done. You see? He made that look pretty easy. Next.
And for the first time, Tiger and Phil are wearing microphones. Everything's uncensored.
Is that going to get in your head, Tiger?
Well, I have more mics around me at every single round I play in.
This match back and forth, reminiscent of their rounds at the Masters, Mickelson's triumph in 2004, Tiger's 2005 win, and Phil's rebound in 2006.
Yeah, he put the jacket on me, and I have the jacket on him.
So you guys were meant to be. This was meant to be.
What was ill-fated, the purchasing site for the event had a technical glitch, and organizers decided to stream the event online for free, causing some frustration for viewers who paid. But what a show. In the end, Mickelson dominates after an intensely close and exciting match.
Pretty exciting and high stakes. It was a $9 million prize. Both Tiger and Phil will also be donating close to $800,000 to charity between the both of them through a series of side bets. Wouldn't be Vegas without that, right? Well, Metro wants you to be on the lookout for a suspicious man. Investigators say he's pretending to be a police officer. Witnesses say the man walked up to a shopping center near Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard and said he was an officer. He also reportedly had a gun. His vehicle was later found near Campbell and Palomino. Police say the motive here still unclear. Well, in Alabama, the investigation continues after police shoot and kill a man who opened fire at a mall on Thanksgiving night. 21-year-old Amantic Bradford Jr. reportedly getting into a fight with another shopper, and that's when he started shooting, seriously hurting the other man and a 12-year-old girl. Brady Hopkins says he was inside the GNC store when those shots rang out.
As I was throwing away something out of the GNC store, I just started hearing gunshots. It was about 4 of them. I just ducked down, ran inside the GNC store, and it stopped for about 2 seconds, and then 4 or 5 more gunshots happened.
A police officer working security that night confronted the gunman as he ran away, shooting and killing Bradford. And in Mexico, the mayor of Tijuana has declared a humanitarian crisis, the border city now asking the UN for help. They say they need aid to deal with the nearly 5,000 migrants who have arrived hoping to seek asylum here in the U.S. But President Trump is doubling down, threatening a complete border shutdown. That would mean potentially cutting off millions of dollars in trade.
Mexico will not be able to sell their cars into the United States, where they make so many cars at great benefit to them, not at great benefit to us, by the way.
More than 6,000 troops are slated to remain at the border through December 15th, and another deployment the Pentagon estimates could cost taxpayers up to $72 million. Well, a big night for Opportunity Village. Last night, the Magical Forest had its annual tree lighting ceremony. Chopper 13 fast and first above the forest to give you a look at all those beautiful decorations. Look at those. And while we were there, we got an exclusive interview with Father Christmas himself after he arrived in style in a chopper. Santa had this message for all those kids watching Channel 13 at home.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Well, Merry Christmas to you too, Santa. Well, the Magical Forest is open every night through December 31st, except for Christmas. General admission is $12 for adults and $10 for children. We're looking ahead now. North Las Vegas police are trying to improve safety conditions for people walking on the streets. On Monday, they'll be targeting drivers who failed to yield to pedestrians and also pedestrians who are jaywalking and breaking other traffic laws. Police did not disclose the intersections they'll be monitoring. Well, good morning, everyone. Well, coming up after a day of big box stores, time to start shopping small. The local businesses to check out today.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Gina Cancelleri. Sun comes up in about 20 minutes. Current temperature 46 degrees. As we head through the day, a light breeze will pick up by 10 a.m. and then a stronger breeze by the afternoon. I have your full forecast for Saturday and the upcoming week. That's all ahead. After the break.
I can't get enough of that sunrise there. All right, well, dozens of Golden Knights fans spent part of their Black Friday outside at the Arsenal over at City National Arena hours before they even opened. Everyone wanted to get their hands on a copy of the Vegas Golden Knights official inaugural book. It went on sale yesterday. The 144-page book contains a unique augmented reality component, that's new, where the pictures within the book come to life. Now, this lets fans relive some of the most memorable moments from the team's historic and record-setting first season. You can also pick up the book online at vegasteamstore.com. That's pretty cool, but does that even qualify as a book anymore when it's just an augmented reality thing just pops up out of the book and just reads it to you? Like, is it, you know?
Oh, like a pop-up.
That'd
Old
be cool.
school pop-up.
Those were the cool kind. Now it's just like a little hologram pops up or something.
Yeah, these kids these days.
Kids
they
these
just love
days.
it. Yes.
And we had to walk up the hill both ways and snow and old school pop-up books. It's just not the same anymore.
No. But the weather is beautiful, Tom.
It is. It's
Look
so great.
at this view outside. It is just gorgeous this morning. The sun comes up officially at 6:26. So here it is rising from the Mandalay Bay camera, the Valley View camera, anywhere outside. It's just gorgeous. A few high-level clouds out there, and that's about it. There's another view. It's just beautiful. Temperatures right now in the 40s for all of us. Las Vegas, 46 degrees right now. North Las Vegas, 43 degrees. Centennial Hills, the cool spot here at 41. Boulder City, you're at 45 degrees right now. Same thing for Summerlin. And the Henderson Airport, 43 degrees. So where will we go today? High temperature in Laughlin, 71. It's going to be a nice day today. Searchlight, 61 degrees with a decent amount of sunshine. Just a few high-level clouds. That's it. Mount Charleston, high temperature today, 49 degrees. Sandy Valley, 65. Goodsprings, 60 degrees. Pahrump, 65 degrees for your high temperature. Same story, Prim, 65 degrees for high temperature today. Numbers a little warmer than average for this time of year, but that's all right. Cold front's going to push through and cool us down for tomorrow. 64 degrees for Beatty today. Tonopah, 55 degrees for your high temperature. Indian Springs, 65 degrees with sunshine and a breeze picking up as we move through the latter half of the day. That's the cold front that's going to cool us down for tomorrow. Alamo's high temperature before the cold front gets here, 65 degrees. Overton, 67 degrees for your high temperature. Caliente expecting a high temperature of 56 degrees. St. George, Utah, Lots of sunshine there. 61 for a high temperature today. Boulder City, 65 degrees. Sunrise Manor, same story. Henderson and Lake Mead, expecting high temperatures of 66 degrees. If you are headed to the lake, be aware that the wind will be coming out of the north later today, and you know how that tunnel effect happens down the Colorado River Valley. Keep that in mind. So high temperatures everywhere across the region in the mid-60s with a lot of sunshine today. Then the cold front pushes through later this evening. You'll notice the wind will pick up, nothing too strong, out of the north about 10 to 15 miles per hour. That will bring down cooler air from the north for Sunday. High temperature just 60 degrees. Then as we move through the week, clouds will increase as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. Check this out. Windy weather for Thursday. We're talking 20 miles per hour with the possibility of showers in the valley, rain showers that is, and snow showers in the higher elevations. High temperature on Thursday 61 degrees and Friday high temperature just 58. Tom?
All right, thanks, Gina. Well, exotic car displays, test drives, and the newest 2019 models. The Motor Trend International Auto Show kicking off yesterday at the Las Vegas Convention Center. This year, there are more than 350 of the hottest new cars and trucks. You also have the chance to test drive 25 different vehicles.
So what's really cool about this show is that it truly reinvents itself every year. Manufacturers bring their latest models, all the 2019 models, from all cars, trucks, and SUVs. So there truly is something here for everyone every year.
Always a lot of fun, and for all you car fanatics, we have a photo gallery of the different models on our website at ktnv.com. The auto show runs through Sunday. It opens at 9 a.m. and closes at 6 p.m. And there are also some fun activities for kids like driving in mini electric cars. Pretty cool. Well, for most shoppers in the Valley, Black Friday was a big success at the North Premium Outlets. We saw some long lines, but a lot of the customers we talked to say it was actually less crowded than last year. So less of a headache to snag some of those great deals.
We're going to take that money. We're going to spend it local. We live here in the community too.
All right, well, today should be another big day for retailers, but this time we're talking about those small mom and pop shops. Small Business Saturday has become an important part of the holiday shopping season since it was launched to help put business owners who were struggling during the recession. 13 Action News anchor Carla Wade shows you why it's still an important day for a lot of local businesses.
At Darkside Games in Southern Highlands, instead of carols, it's the sound of sales filling the air. With the holiday shopping season fully underway, the cash register filling up as customers take advantage of special deals, choosing this locally owned small business over online shopping or big discount stores.
It is hard to compete sometimes, but we have a really strong local community and they support us.
The Shop Small movement has taken off as the battle for the holiday dollar has become more intense with online retailers and the deep discounts being offered in major stores. Small Business Saturday encourages customers to support the 30 million small employers that make up the vast majority of U.S. businesses. People who have a vested interest in the community where their customers shop.
We're going to take that money. We're going to spend it local. We live here in the community too. So it's good all around for everyone, I believe.
Sarah Collins is part owner of Main Street Peddlers Antique Mall.
Because when you shop here, you are actually sending our children to school and putting pocket money in their little pockets.
She and other small business owners are just hoping the holiday urge to splurge will last one more day. Carla Wade, 13 Action News.
Yeah, got to show some love to local businesses too. And for a full list of the small mom and pop shops across our valley that you can check out today, just visit our website at ktnv.com. Well, straight ahead, former volunteers revealing an unflattering picture of one of Southern Nevada's most popular no-kill shelters. Why they say those animals deserve better. You're watching Good Morning Las Vegas. We'll be right back on this beautiful Saturday morning. Stay with us. Time now 6:21. A leaking roof, sewage hoses running through kennels, and a mauling so severe a woman nearly lost her foot. Those are just some of the issues that have plagued Southern Nevada's best-known no-kill animal shelter. Chief Investigator Darcy Spears talks with some former volunteers of the Nevada SPCA who say the animals deserve better.
There's one face you won't see on Joanne Phillips' poster of shelter dogs she cares for.
She could have died. There was 1 inch of flesh holding her ankle onto her leg.
Stanley was on the Adoptable Dogs page for the Nevada Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals on the day he attacked Joanne.
I mean, what if that dog was adopted out to a family of young children?
We're talking to Jim Phillips because his wife is still too traumatized to recount the events of April 11th. Joanne had been a volunteer at the NSPCA shelter on Dewey Drive for about a year.
Her job was actually to take the dogs from the kennel and you give it to a person who walks the dogs. And as she was doing that, this dog just mauled her.
Jim says they've since learned that Stanley was in trouble before.
It was adopted out, but was returned because it had attacked the owner.
We take pride in having a
NSPCA President Kathy Jung would not answer questions about the attack, citing potential litigation.
So it was truly a terrible accident.
She says they're in the process of hiring a trainer and making other unspecified changes.
We do have volunteer policies and procedures that we've put in place. We went back and revisited everything.
But other former volunteers say the dog that attacked Joanne is just one egregious example.
Something has to be done.
Of a whole host of problems.
I was going once a week, every Sunday for 2 years, and leaving every week crying. And I couldn't decide if I had done something good or contributed to something horrible that day.
So the sewage water will then come out.
Brittany Markarian and Chelsea Collins are among 7 former volunteers who reached out to us.
During the time I was there, management was unapproachable.
Brittany volunteered at the NSPCA from May 2015 to March 2017. Her Change.org petition demanding reform has more than 1,600 signatures so far. One of the main concerns?
The building that they're in is very dilapidated and outdated.
Chelsea volunteered there from April 2015 until the beginning of September 2018. The NSPCA says she was dismissed for verbally abusing a prior executive director. Pictures she took during her time at NSPCA document major roof leaks breaking through and soaking kennels, swamp coolers and fans in place of proper air conditioning, and dogs not always having clean water to drink.
Because it might have had algae around the surface or dead bugs or feces in there.
Animal Control has documented a long history of problems with the shelter. Going back to July 2014, records show overcrowding, hot temperatures, and pigeons causing contamination. In January of this year, flooding in kennels and roof damage, which Jung says they fixed in May with a full roof repair.
So it certainly sat like that for quite some time, according to the county's records.
Well, we've had people come in and patch it and do it and fix different holes here and there.
We asked to see the fix for ourselves.
We're outside in the courtyard here because behind that door are the kennels. That door is closed to us and our cameras. We are not being allowed inside to show you the conditions, but they tell us it's not for the reasons you might think.
Kathy claims insurance and new shelter policies require us to become full-fledged volunteers, complete with training, just to look inside the dog kennels.
Everybody needs to be educated no matter where you go.
Even just to walk down a hall.
Yes.
That means we could not verify whether they actually fixed the things volunteers say they saw, like this missing cinder block allowing one dog to stick its head through into another kennel. Kathy did send us photos of the fixed wall and roof, but we know one of the biggest issues remains.
Well, there's some drains in the back kennels that aren't working.
Chelsea and Brittany say they saw dogs standing in sewage, their paws covered in feces. The wastewater from cleaning pumped out with hoses that run through the dogs' cages.
The ditch area where the water is pushed into in the back, in the exterior part of the kennels, as far as I've always seen, always filled with sewage water.
As it was when we walked behind the kennels with Kathy.
There are drains in some of the kennels, and again, some of them do work. However, in the other kennels that don't, we just have to make sure that the dogs aren't in standing water. We did get the health district to come take a look at this, and they were fine with the way that we're doing it.
Okay. You don't want to keep doing it that way with the new
No, of
facility,
course not.
right?
Oh my gosh, no. Oh my gosh, no.
The new facility has been a promise that's remained unfulfilled for years as the shelter continues to deteriorate.
When the final plans came out for us to sign off on them.
Which was when?
Which was probably last year. We took a look at them and realized this is not the future for the Nevada SPCA.
So who screwed up?
Well, it could be anyway. It could be the blueprint person, it could be the architect.
Kathy says they've got the money to build and are just waiting for a redesign. Meanwhile, she's focusing on some of the shelter's veterinary success stories and rising adoption numbers.
They're trying to save as many animals as they can, and you have to respect that. However, it's about quality. It's about quality of life.
Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Well, still ahead this morning, it's a situation no one wants to find themselves in. Firefighters come to the rescue of a man after he gets stuck on a mountain. You're watching Good Morning Las Vegas. Join us for our next half hour. Stay with us.
Now, live from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News. Good Morning Las Vegas.
Right now in Good Morning Las Vegas, a Valley couple is left looking for answers after crooks keep targeting their home. Why, they say they just can't live there anymore. Devastation across California from the wildfires, but now Black Friday deals are helping some people get back on their feet. Good morning, Las Vegas. I'm Tom George, but as always, let's kick things off with 13 First Alert meteorologist Gina Cancelaria. Look at that sunrise behind you. We cannot get enough of that shot.
No, it's so nice this morning. The sun officially rose about 5 minutes ago. Here's a look from our Mandalay Bay camera. It's just beautiful outside. This is McCarran International Airport down there. A lot of airplanes, a lot of people heading around. All right, so the current temperature, 46 degrees. Wind right now, 5 miles per hour. The wind will pick up as we head through the latter half of the day, all thanks to a cold front that's going to slide through Las Vegas. You're not going to notice it other than the fact there may be a few high clouds coming down, and you may notice a breeze about 10 miles per hour, 10 to 15 miles per hour, as this ushers in some colder air from the north. You'll notice that change tomorrow. But for today, it should be a really nice Saturday. Temperature at 7 a.m. expecting 47 degrees. As we move through the day, maybe a high cloud or two, 58 degrees at 10 o'clock. By the afternoon, high temperature expected to reach around 65, 66 degrees in between the hours of 1 and 4. The sky will stay clear though, and we will have a light breeze picking up as we move through the day. Not enough though really to mention on the 7-day planner. What you will notice though, the cooler temperatures it will bring for Sunday. High temperature tomorrow, 60 degrees. Then as we move into the upcoming work week, we have windy, wet weather expected for Thursday. I will explain next time around. Tom?
Thanks, Gina. We're taking a live look now at our traffic cameras. Things nice and slow right now, but it's going to be a very different picture tomorrow. That's because AAA says Sunday will likely be the busiest day to be out there on the roads. An estimated 54.3 million people driving out of town for Thanksgiving, and most of them will be driving back tomorrow. And flying isn't going to be any better. Airlines for America says 3 million people will be at our nation's airports. Well, the Valley couple tells us they've lived in the same home for 30 years now, and in the past month, that home near Deserton and Jones has been broken into nearly a dozen times. So we know you're wondering, how's that even possible? Well, 13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels shows you no matter what they do, those crooks just seem to keep on coming back.
Like he has countless times over the past 30 years, Ingmar News opens the door to his home, but what's inside is hardly recognizable.
It's just totally devastating, the things we've been through, and not once, not twice.
Ingmar says crooks have broken in 11 times, the thieves taking advantage when Ingmar and his wife traveled to California around Halloween. They returned home to a mess, so much so they were forced to live with their daughter, Kathy.
It's been our home for 30 years, and to have it come in and just destroyed, as my mom said to me the other day, she goes, "They have destroyed my home."
With the home absolutely unlivable, crooks keep coming back apparently. Windows have been broken, the front door kicked in, the back door busted.
They've targeted things, they know, what they left behind, and I think they said, okay, we can come back later and get that.
Priceless items like his World War II medals have been stolen, and the News say they are hopeful but doubtful they will get all of their stuff back.
We have no idea at this point what's missing, other than we know all of Kathy's jewelry and her charm bracelet and things like that. My wife's, all of her jewelry is gone, an expensive diamond emerald ring, and all of her nice jewelry. necklaces and things.
Police were able to lift fingerprints and DNA from the home. The News say they've given police some leads too, including some parole and probation paperwork that includes a name and date of birth they found in a suspicious car parked in their driveway.
I think it's that feeling of being violated, that there's no regard for the fact that this is somebody's home and their possessions, and a lifetime of memories and possessions are just tossed, walked on, destroyed. And it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, heartbreaking situation there. And that was Joe Bartels reporting. Once they get everything sorted out, the couple does plan to sell their home and walk away from a lifetime of memories there. Well, so many people lost everything they own in those California wildfires and hope to take advantage of Black Friday deals to help get their lives started up once again. One woman completely rebuilding a closet for a family that's been staying with her.
They just came with the clothes on their back and that's it.
And some of the stores are even pitching in to help. The manager of this Macy's offering disaster assistance vouchers, giving an extra 30% off to anyone who has an address in the fire zone. Well, one Arizona man thankful to be safe. His Thanksgiving got off to a rocky start when his pre-feast hike ended with a rescue. 50-year-old Johnny Moto slipped and got sandwiched in between two boulders on South Mountain. He was stuck there for almost an hour. Phoenix firefighters trekking up the mountain there to help. They were able to lift him out, and Moto was able to walk back down the mountain.
And I kept slipping down in, and I felt like a snake was constricting around my chest, and it was getting harder and harder to breathe. It's a good day to be thankful, and I'm thankful.
Yeah, a lot to be thankful for sure. And Moto had a heart transplant 5 years ago, and he wanted to prove he could still hike that trail. Well, Samsung has apologized, and they decided to settle with workers who got really sick in some of their factories overseas. The company says it failed to manage the health risks for people working at their semiconductor and their LCD factories. People who worked there had a lot of health issues. We're talking about cancer, multiple sclerosis, and even miscarriages. Some workers say this was such a toxic situation, even their children got sick. Those factories are mostly in South Korea. Well, a couple in Louisiana got quite the surprise Thanksgiving morning. Check this out. Caught on camera, a stolen car crashes into their garage. Wow. They were home when a Dodge Charger crashed backwards into the structure. The homeowner says his wife told the driver they called 911 and he started running. The driver was eventually found and arrested on several charges. So that'll be quite the Thanksgiving story for them. Well, happening today, Santa stopping by the Boulevard Mall. This year, they're calling it their Safe Santa Arrival. Right now can be a really dangerous time on our roads. To help families, law enforcement is teaming up with businesses to talk about safety. There will also be bikes being raffled off for the kids. All of this happening between 1 to 3:30 today over at the mall's food court. Well, if you know someone who puts others first, you could do something special for them this holiday season. KTNV is teaming up with the Vegas Golden Knights Foundation to give some very special gifts for the 13 days and nights of giving. We'll be surprising a new recipient every day for 13 days in December. Just go to ktnv.com/13 days to nominate someone you think deserves to be honored, and you just might get to see them right here on 13 Action News. 13 Days of Giving is sponsored by Subaru of Las Vegas, America First Credit Union, and the Vegas Golden Knights Foundation. Well, straight ahead, a porch pirate abandons ship. This woman leaves a box behind that she stole after discovering what was inside.
I'm meteorologist Gina Cancelleri. We have a nice day in store for you Saturday. Here's a look at the planner throughout the day. A lot of clear sky out there. Temperatures a little above average. That will change though as we move into Sunday. Then we have big changes as we move into the work week. I'll explain the whole thing coming up after the break. Only in Florida, a porch pirate got quite the surprise when she realizes she stole a box full of worms. She was caught on video picking up the box and casually taking it into her car. The box found just a few blocks down the street, likely tossed out when she realized there was something creepy crawly inside. The owner eventually got all the worms back. They were supposed to be Thanksgiving dinner for her pet bearded dragon. Ew, look at them. Oh.
That looks like one of those pranks from Home Alone, like, you know, when Kevin's there, but at least they just said worms. They didn't do, you know, the hot iron and it swings in your face, or like you ring the doorbell and it burns your hand.
No,
you know,
please.
So,
no.
Thieves stay away.
Yes.
Crime doesn't pay. That's the moral. All right, well, a big honor for one of the most successful rappers in the game.
Snoop, you were an inspiration to so many boys and girls who smoke weed all day.
Hey, it pays off, right? Well, Snoop Dogg now is a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So Dr. Dre was on hand for the ceremony, and as you saw, Jimmy Kimmel, of course, Snoop thanked them, his wife, his fans, God, and also himself.
Why not?
I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.
This week marks the 25th anniversary of Snoop's debut album.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I like that. You know, everybody gives these long speeches thanking everybody else. It's like, you know, take some time to thank yourself. You did all the hard work.
Oh, that was so funny. I like him. He's
I know,
a
he's
nice,
awesome.
not that I've ever met him or we hang out or anything, but he seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah. And, you know, let's just say we do such a great job here. You just got to thank yourself sometimes. You got to thank yourself sometimes, too.
I do. You know what? Sometimes I do. When my forecast is like right on, I'm thanking myself. Like that education paid off. For me. So
pat yourself on the back.
I'm going to do that.
So accurate.
Let's see how this works out for me today. All right, let's take a look outside. Stratosphere camera. There it is. We have a beautiful start to what should be a really nice day today. Nice day to be outside. Sun came up at 6:26 and will set later on this afternoon in the hour of 4. The days continue to get shorter. The official sunset 4:28. Temperature right now 46 degrees, and we do have a 5-mile-per-hour wind at the moment. That will pick up in the latter half of the day, and the wind will come from the north, and it's going to change our weather. Not necessarily today, though. 46 degrees current temperature with just a few high clouds out there, maybe a few high-level clouds out there throughout the day. In general, though, a lot of sunshine. By 7 a.m., 47 degrees. At noon, we're in the 60s. As we head into the 3 o'clock hour, topping off the day about 66 degrees. Then as we move through 8 o'clock, clear sky, 57 degrees. Expecting a high temperature today, as I mentioned earlier, 66 degrees with a few high-level clouds. Here's what's going to change, though. We have a weather system that's going to move down. It's a cold front, the leading edge of cooler air. And there you saw it just kind of sit there and slide on in. That's going to happen as we move through the evening. So the wind is going to pick up, and it's going to allow for some colder weather to come down as we move through our Sunday. And you'll notice the wind pick up in the latter half of the day. It's nothing extreme. It's nothing wild, maybe about 10 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. That's it. What you will notice, though, as we head through the week, some major changes. Here's a look at the futurecast. Starting off with this weekend, here we come. Few clouds moving through, nice cold front moving through, dry cold front, no wet weather expected with it. Monday, Tuesday looking nice, everything staying dry. Even Wednesday looking pretty good, dry. Clouds will start to move in and a storm approaches. This storm has the potential to bring us some wet weather as we head into Thursday. So this shows you Thursday morning. As we move through Thursday afternoon, I do think this time around, this storm will bring us some wet weather. A few scattered showers in the form of rain in the valley. Higher elevations will see some snow showers. Mount Charleston could see a little accumulation with this storm. Then by Friday, it all pushes out. By the upcoming weekend, we're done. I don't think we'll see any sort of action at that time. So this is reflected in your 7-day forecast. You will notice on Thursday, wind and clouds. This weekend, though, we're talking nice weather, slightly cooler for tomorrow. As I mentioned, that cold front slides through. But there it is on Thursday. The wind will pick up, clouds move in, possibility of wet weather, cooling us down for Friday. Tom?
Possible snow on Mount Charleston. You heard it here first. All right, well, good morning, everyone. Well, coming up this holiday season, how to avoid the financial hangover. The tips you need to know to avoid getting into debt while you're out shopping this weekend. But first, let's head to New York for a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, Black Friday frenzy. Chaos in some stores as shoppers sprint for those holiday specials and the deals you could still cash in on this morning. Plus, new developments in the Russia investigation. A close associate of Roger Stone reportedly negotiating a possible plea deal. And finally, Tiger and Phil competing for $9 million. The two golf legends went head-to-head for a historic showdown. It's all coming up on GMA.
All right, well, now to London, where officials have banned junk food on its public transportation. Junk food ads, rather. The mayor says that means no more ads for soda, candy, or fast food. He says advertising has a huge impact on people, and so this will be a big step to fixing obesity problems. London is apparently one of the most obese places in Europe. From Contact 13 now, family traditions, gifts, and decorations. Holidays well underway, but there's a less joyful side to the season, going into debt. 13 Action News anchor Dana Roselli looks at some ways you can help avoid a holiday financial hangover.
It's really just like that magical time of year.
Christmas is a big deal in the Cahill family. So big, some decorations are left up year-round.
It's that time of giving and like spending quality time with family and just having a good time.
KT Cahill works hard to make the holidays special for her 3 kids, but credit card bills and interest were far from wonderful.
With the store cards or with the regular credit cards, you're just a little more free with your money and you don't really realize like how fast it adds up.
That's why she no longer uses credit cards for holiday shopping.
I do think this was actually a Black Friday purchase.
And barely buys anything full price. Instead, she researches sales months before or buys used items on apps like OfferUp.
If you have cash in your hand, like you're going to spend what you have and you're not going to spend any more.
It's not a bad strategy. A study found Americans racked up about $1,054 in holiday debt last year, up 5% from the year before.
It doesn't surprise me at all. In fact, I've probably been guilty of it in the past myself.
Jim Vogt teaches college business courses. He says giving feels good, and many of us get carried away.
I think the number one thing is planning. Create a budget and then stick to it.
If you are using credit cards, have a plan to pay them off on time. Only making minimum payments on that $1,054 of holiday debt will take 63 months to pay off and could cost around $500 in interest fees.
It's a hole that's just real easy to get into and very difficult to get out of.
There are ways to shop smarter. Layaway programs still exist at stores like Walmart and Sears. And you can watch for price drops with apps like Price Alert for Amazon. You can also start saving up months before. Some banks and credit unions offer Christmas Club accounts. Money goes in every month and you can't touch it until the holiday season begins.
Just saving for the holidays specifically.
If you do find yourself feeling anxious preparing for the holidays, remember this.
At the end of the day, like it's all stuff.
Dana Roselli, 13 Action News.
It's a good attitude. Remember, it's all just stuff. All right, well, we'll be right back with a final check of your first alert forecast. You're watching 13 Action News, where you get breaking news fast and first. Stay with us.
Great Saturday ahead. Sunny start. The sun will last through the day. And as we head through the latter half of the day, northerly winds will increase. Not a big deal, though. 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's about it. And what those winds will offer are changes for our Sunday. So here's a look at the temperature tracker. I know, pretty cool stuff here. Literally. 66 degrees for a high temperature today. Then we will cool down on Sunday to 60 degrees, warming up as we head into the week. And here is a look at your 7-day planner. It does include cooler weather for Sunday, then windy, unsettled weather for Thursday, the possibility of rain, the possibility of mountain snow, and even cooler for next Friday. I know, so we've got some changes on the way there. I hope it all sticks together.
Yeah, check out the snow on Mount Charleston,
yes,
maybe. Yes,
absolutely.
all right, thanks for making us a part of your day. GMA on up next. We'll see you right back here at 8 a.m.